The moisture barrier. I have to be completely honest with you. When I started to make videos about my damaged moisture barrier last year, I really didn't think it was like anything. I just thought I was sharing my experience of what was going on with my skin at the time. I never thought that those videos were going to help as many people as they have, which is amazing. And honestly, that's all I could ever wish for, is that sharing my experience will help others on their skincare journey. So in honor of that, today's video is going to serve as kind of like a part 2 or even an update. This video is more products to heal your moisture barrier. I've got products that support healthy moisture barrier function, that will strengthen a weak moisture barrier and even heal a damaged moisture barrier. Because the thing is, skincare is a journey, which means we're never done learning. We're always progressing and evolving. So I want to share even more products that will help you. So you know the drill. Give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Cleansers are a foundational part of any skincare routine, right? You gotta have clean skin before you go in with those skincare layers. And I am a really big fan of double cleansing, and it probably is a good idea to continue with your double cleansing as you're healing your moisture barrier. Although I really do recommend only double cleansing once a day at night, just to break up any makeup you might be wearing or sunscreen or just the dirt and grime from the day. It is good to give yourself a good, gentle double cleanse. So for your first cleanser, I mean, you really probably can stick with what you're already using, probably. Although I really would recommend that you guys try to avoid things like essential oils and alcohol in your first cleansers. I actually recommend that you don't use those ingredients in any of your products, but particularly they tend to be big culprits in first and second cleansers. So an oil cleanser that I like that's totally fragrance-free, essential oil-free, and alcohol-free is the Hada Labo Gokujyun oil cleanser. Now this stuff is affordable and it's effective. It's really nice and gentle on the skin, but it gets the job done. But when it comes to foaming cleansers, we've got to be a little bit more careful. Of course, we want to avoid the fragrances and the alcohols, but we also definitely need to be looking for a low pH cleanser. Please find a cleanser at a pH of 5.5, mimicking your skin's natural pH level. This is important. We really need to preserve our skin's natural pH without raising it up too high. Even on healthy skin, raising the pH much higher than 5.5 can make you more vulnerable to moisture loss and even breakouts, acne bacteria. Yeah, it can really do all kinds of crazy stuff to your moisture barrier, making your skin weak. But when you're healing a damaged moisture barrier, you're already there. So it's really important to help maintain skin's natural pH level, giving it the best chance to heal. I also recommend that this is the time to not be using our salicylic acid cleansers, our acne cleansers, our really squeaky clean cleansers. This just isn't the time for that. All we need is a cleanser that's going to maintain moisture and clean our skin gently but effectively. And one product that I think that really hits the mark on all of these is Krave Matcha Hemp Cleanser. This stuff is so effective, but it won't take 1 ounce of moisture from your skin, really just giving you a really good clean without stripping your skin. When your moisture barrier is damaged, it is often thirsty, right? It is dehydrated, like super duper dehydrated. And you gotta get that hydration back into your skin quickly, especially when your skin is damaged right after you've washed your face. You are probably screaming for a skincare layer. At least I know. I start to feel like my skin's drying up like a prune, right? So toners are actually really the way to go to get a lot of hydration into your skincare routine early on. I particularly like toners that are layerable, really light, watery, absorb quickly. I love that 7-skin method, and it is actually very helpful when you're fighting dehydration because your skin is lacking water, right? Your moisture barrier, think about it this way. Your moisture barrier is supposed to look like this, but because it's damaged, it looks a little bit more like this. And we've got holes in there where the water that's supposed to be hugged into your skin is just escaping out of those holes. So we do need to replenish that water, and then later in the routine, we'll start to hug it in. So toners are the way to go. Layer them up to your heart's desire. So a few that I really like are the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Toner. toner, one of my favorite toners of all time. This is a really good one for dehydrated skin because this has a lot of amino acids in it. And amino acids, we want to keep our eye on amino acids because they can really help hydrate the skin. They're a fantastic humectant, but they also have the ability to bind hydration to the skin. Very, very important because that moisture barrier is not working the way it's supposed to. So anything that can just kind of help our skin bind hydration is a good deal. Now, another one that I really like that has a similar watery, lightweight, super layerable texture is the Jung pH 5.5 Relief Toner. This one is featuring madecassoside, that great anti-irritation ingredient, plus panthenol, another ingredient to keep your eye on for moisture barrier healing. Panthenol really helps support your skin's lipid layer, allowing your skin to learn how to hold on to hydration better. Now, another toner that's a little bit thicker in texture, still deeply hydrating and totally layerable, but this one's got a little bit more body to it. This is the Tiam Vita B5 toner. Vita B5 equals panthenol. Oh yes, panthenol, so good. Now this toner, because I said it's got a little bit more body to it, it is hydrating, but it's just got a touch of moisture to it. So it's a little bit more balancing for the skin. I do find this to be really nice and soothing and comforting, especially if your skin's feeling irritated from the dehydration. This can be a good one to go towards. You can even combine your toners if you want to go for that extra step. It's totally not necessary, but it is kind of nice sometimes to put a nice light watery toner on and then a layer or two of a thicker toner with a little bit more body. It's like a hydration sandwich. When you're healing your damaged moisture barrier, we just need to focus in on the basics, right? Making sure we've got our oil and water balance correct, our hydration and moisture. It's also important to make sure that we're sprinkling in those really healing ingredients, ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. We'll get to those in just a bit. And really, the basics just need to be covered and make sure your skin is protected. Now, I do have some essences that I want to talk about, but please know that not every category here is going to be the most important. Essences can play a role in your hydration, right, in your oil and water balance, but they're not necessary. You are very likely to get all the hydration you need from your toner. Now, I have picked out a few essences that I think go just a little bit further than just hydration alone. They can be something to consider, but they aren't really a fundamental step when it comes to healing your skin. So the first essence that I want to talk about is the Primera Miracle Seed Essence. Now, this is, to quote my own self, a hydration bomb. But that is not why I put it on the list. The reason I put it on the list is the lotus seed extract that it contains, because lotus seed extract is high in linoleic acid. Oh yes, this is very healing for your moisture barrier. This can really help your moisture barrier heal up and hug hydration into the skin. This is a dehydration fighter. So this could be a good ally for your moisture barrier healing routine. Now, another one that I want to talk about is the Missha Artemisia Treatment Essence. Now, this is a single extract essence, meaning that mugwort is really the star ingredient here with nothing else added. I mean, we've got some water and preservatives and just mugwort extract. It's double fermented mugwort, and mugwort is beautiful for irritated skin because it can really help calm that skin down. I mean, this essence, when my skin is feeling tight, itchy, burning from irritation, I use this and I feel relief. And I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person when I feel that sort of sensation on my skin, it's all I can think about. It drives me insane. And I don't want to be thinking about my skin 24/7. Sometimes we just got to get on with life, right? The less we think about our skin, especially when we're healing it, I just think the better. This is such a great treatment for irritation. I also like to use this essence actually as like a toner mask. You just saturate 5-layer cotton with this and place that all over your face like a quick treatment pack, almost like a sheet mask. It only takes like 3 to 5 minutes. So you can actually do this in the morning pretty efficiently as well. And oh wow, this really takes down redness. This really helps relieve that feeling, that burning from inside of your skin. This could be a good ally as you're healing your skin. Now, one more that I want to talk about that's not really an essence, but I treat it like an essence. And this is actually where I would order it in my skincare routine as well. And that is the Laneige Cream Skin Refiner. You know, I am absolutely obsessed with this stuff. Now, this has a lot of, remember, amino acids, those hydration binders. But this also has a lot of nourishing moisture to it in a lightweight layer. This on its own can also help to relieve irritation due to dryness, due to your dehydration, due to your damaged moisture barrier, right? This can actually help relieve those symptoms of irritation associated with your skin, because it's drying out, because it's not holding on to anything. So it is starting to dry out. Even if you have oil on the top of your skin is craving nourishment. So Laneige Cream Skin Refiner could definitely be the answer to that. Speaking about another product that's really good as a targeted treatment to soak 5-layer cotton with this and put that all over your face to calm your skin, to soothe your skin. This is another one that's going to bring a lot of immediate relief to skin. Now, serums are an area that I feel kind of similarly to essences. They may not be playing the biggest role, like the star role in healing your moisture barrier, but they definitely can play a supporting role. So I definitely want to just do a quick shout out to a few products that I would 100% recommend for damaged skin. And the first one has got to go out to Klairs, a watery oil drop. I love this stuff. I reviewed this very favorably this summer, but honestly, my love for this actually continues to grow deeper as I've used it further. This is such a lovely little serum. Now, this is very nourishing. It's lightweight and hydrating, but it does offer nourishment to the skin. Plus, this ingredients list just reads like a dream. I mean, we've got a lot of antioxidant protection in here. We've got some great nourishing ingredients. We've also got skin healing peptides, plus some ceramides. I mean, all of the goodness for kind of regenerating your skin is here in the serum, so this can be a great addition to your routine. Now, I also want to do kind of like an ingredient spotlight on beta-glucan, one of my favorite ingredients for supporting your moisture barrier. This can bind a lot of hydration to your skin. It does also start to bring in some moisture to the party, which is really important because we're going to get into moisture in just a second, but once you start layering moisture on top of your hydration, we start to hug the hydration into the skin. These are going to be the ingredients and the layers that are going to start fighting dehydration. So bringing moisture into the routine is important, and beta-glucan brings it without grease, without super like rich greasy finishes. It's not a heavy ingredient by any means, and in fact, I mean, beta-glucan just as a serum texture is kind of similar to hyaluronic acid. It's not as sticky, but it does kind of have that like really beautiful lightweight hydrating slip to it, but it adds nourishment to the skin. Two that I really like are the Iunik Beta-Glucan Power Moisture Serum, as well as the Jksosmmune Beta-Glucan Recovery Serum. Now, these two are like beta-glucan is the star. I think they feature 98% and 97% beta-glucan respectively, meaning this is a very minimal product to bring into your routine. And this is something to kind of be aware of. We don't want to be adding a lot of products with a ton of extracts, like 20 different extracts, just because your skin, when it's damaged, it can react to all kinds of things it's never reacted to before because it's just so vulnerable. So keeping it really minimal, keeping it really simple is a good idea. These serums could be the way to go. If you watch my other videos about moisture barrier, there are 3 little ingredients that I am always talking about, and that is because they are the major players, the major components of your moisture barrier. And say it with me, ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. Woo, right? These are essential for your healing routine. You have got to find products with these 3 ingredients, preferably all in one product, to help your skin heal. These are major players. They cannot be ignored, at least in my opinion. So I actually, when I kind of am talking about building a routine for healing your skin, I always talk about a category of products that I call barrier treatments, because these are the products that are focused solely on delivering those 3 ingredients into your skin in high concentrations in order to heal your skin. And these types of products really should not be ignored when you're building your routine. So these are actually the same from my old moisture barrier videos because I just haven't found anything better or anything new to add to the list. These two just do it really, really well in my opinion. Stratia Liquid Gold. This is the gold standard. This is actually the product that I used while my moisture barrier was damaged, and I credit a lot of my healing process to this product. It's not the only thing that's going to do it for you, but it was one of the big players in that. As well as the Krave Great Barrier Relief Serum. I really do admire this product. I like this one a lot. A little bit different. There's some differences between these two, and I actually made a video talking all about the differences, so you can actually check that video out. I'll link it up at the top here for you guys to check out if you want to go a little deeper. But I do want to just sort of touch base and let you guys know that these are still my recommendations. I'm going to be 100% with you. Before I damaged my moisture barrier, I was like irrationally afraid of facial oil. I don't know why. I just thought, I was like, this is not for me. I don't know why, but I just really thought that facial oil was like gonna break me out or make my skin really like congested, and that's just not the case. And I was so desperate when my skin was damaged that I'd try anything, and so I went for facial oil, and you know what? I've never looked back. I've almost always had some type of facial oil in my routine since then because it really does make a difference. And choosing your facial oil wisely can actually really help with your healing process. So I have two that I want to talk about today. One is another product from Stratia. This is their Fortify Facial Oil Blend. Now this is a really interesting product because this is like so like one-stop shop. This is full of omega-3, 6, and 9, and the majority of this oil blend is made up of high linoleic acid oils, which is great. These are oils that are really going to be reparative for the skin, protective for the skin, healing for the skin. So some of the oils contained include perilla, borage, and cranberry seed oil. Plus we've got tamanu oil in here, and we've got a few oleic acid oils. Now oleic acid oils are going to be the oils that really work to moisturize and protect the skin. And this is going to include marula oil as well as camellia oil in this one. So this is a really nice blend that's really focused on healing the skin and protecting it. It's really a one-stop shop. Now, generally, the Stratia aside, I actually don't recommend oil blends. The only reason that I say that is because oftentimes when we have multiple oils going into like a facial oil blend, we're often going to find essential oils. We're often going to find fragrances hiding in there, sometimes even alcohol. Like, you'd be surprised what you can find. So I don't always recommend going for them. That doesn't mean you can't. It just means you need to be really diligent with the ingredients list. So sometimes I just find it a lot easier just focusing on one oil, and one oil that I 100% love is squalane oil. Squalane is a skin identical oil. It's super light, it absorbs really quickly, and it's very healing and protective for the skin without being really greasy. One that I really like is from Oliveria. Such an elegant texture to this one. This is their fluid oil. Fluid is totally the right name for this because, like I said, it's just a really elegant texture, really thin and lightweight and silky. Love this oil so much. Squalane, you can really get it from any brand. This is a nice one to go for. Picking the right moisturizer is crucial in your healing routine. Moisturizers are that final step that are gonna protect your vulnerable skin throughout the day and throughout the night. This is no joke. You got to take this one seriously. I mean, honestly, if I had to pick out the three most important categories aside from cleansing, because we all got to do that, right? It's going to be your hydration, so probably your toners. It's going to be your barrier treatments, and it's going to be your moisturizer. If I had to only pick the three fundamental like areas of products, that's it. Moisturizers are really important. This is also an opportunity to get a lot of ceramides into your routine because there's ceramides often are going to show up in a lot of thicker cream type of products, especially products with high content of ceramides. You're going to find them often, not always, but often you're going to find them in cream type products. So this is a really good opportunity to bring more ceramides into the party. So in my original video, I recommend Cerave Moisturizing Cream, and I still do. The reason why I am so like adamant about keeping that in my recommendations is because it's really affordable and it's mostly available everywhere. That's really important. Another one that I want to talk about that is a new addition is the Illilyoon Ceramide 8.0 Concentrate Cream. This stuff's beautiful. Let's talk about ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids because we got them all here in this cream. Really beautiful texture on this. This one is nourishing for the skin, kind of a medium weight cream, but it doesn't really have a greasy finish. So many moisture barrier like focused or marketed creams are just excuses to be an emollient greasy mess. Am I right? Like, I honestly, when I'm dealing with my moisture barrier, like being like kaputs anyways, I don't want to deal with a layer of grease on top of my skin. Love the finish of the Illilyoon. It absorbs so quickly. It leaves your skin conditioned and soft, but you can go in with your sunscreen and your makeup right away, which is excellent. Making it really, really effective for the morning time too. Something interesting about this cream, maybe it's a marketing gimmick, but there's little ceramide capsules in this cream. This cream has been developed specifically to get those ceramides into your skin deeper, hopefully making them more effective. And the way they do that is through these capsules. As you work that cream onto the skin, those capsules burst and it disperses those ceramides deep into your skin. Marketing hype, I don't know, but either way, the ingredients are there and I really love this cream. It's very protective for the skin. Now, those are really my two main recommendations, but I do know that some of you guys out there actually have sensitivities to ceramides. So I do want to do a quick shout out to a moisturizer that has barrier supporting and healing ingredients without ceramides, and that is going to be the Jung 2X Barrier Intensive Cream. Now this has madecassoside and panthenol. Remember panthenol, very good ingredient to go for. And these are really going to help support healing that moisture barrier. They're not going to do it as quickly or as effectively as perhaps ceramides can, but they still can do it. And I know that some of you guys just can't do ceramides. So this is a great ceramide-free option for you. Really nice lightweight cream, but still very protective and nourishing for the skin. So that is my epic updated part 2 of my moisture barrier product recommendations for healing your skin. Now, if you guys are dealing with a damaged or weak moisture barrier, I've collected all of my moisture barrier resources into one playlist that's linked in the info box below. Don't forget to check that out because I've got hints, tips, tricks, all different kinds of educational resources. Plus, I do have a video where I share my story of exactly what I did to get my skin back on track. So now it's your turn. I'm curious to know, what is the state of the health of your moisture barrier? Let me know in the comment box below. Mine is doing a-okay these days, but we are looking at winter coming up, the very dry season, and it is harsh on my skin. So I'm going to be packing my routine full of those ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids, and some of these beautiful facial oils to keep my skin protected. If you're a huge fan of Korean skincare or just the moisture barrier, and you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new K-beauty focused videos every single week, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't actually miss those 2 videos that I upload every single week. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video, and if you can't wait to see me either, don't forget to come join me on Instagram. I'm active there every single day sharing my skincare journey. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.